Hello everyone. Today our topic is about the data recovery techniques of for hard drive and a pen drive. So we'll see that. What is it? Like modern operating systems which do not automatically eradicate a deleted file without promoting for the user confirmation. So without any user confirmation, it will not be won't be deleted. So if deleted files are recoverable by using some forensic programs if the deleted file space is not overwritten by any other file. So these all files can be recovered by the forensic programs once if it are made deleted. So a damaged file can only be recovered if data is not corrupted beyond a minimal degree. So if any damaged file was there, it can only be recovered by for data which if it wants corrupted or any minimal degree, so then it can be recovered, otherwise it won't. So it is a recovery, a file recovery is different from a file restoration in which a backup file stored in a compressed so from form as restored to its usable decoded form. So this is the difference between the techniques, and the file recovery techniques make use of the file system, which are the system information by using this format, and many files can be recovered. So if the information is not correct, then it will not work. So whether it is correct only possible to work to recover the by using the tech file recovery techniques. So file of carving works only on raw data on the media, and it not connected with any file system structures. And the carving means it doesn't care about any file system, so which is used for storing files. So what are the stored files are available? This carving doesn't care about it. And this fat file system, for example, when a file is deleted in a system, then the files directory entry is changed to unallocate the space, what are the space left over there once it's deleted. The first character of the file name is replaced with a marker, and but the file data itself is left unchanged. So the what was the file data, it won't be unchanged, but it was replaced with some other. So until it's overwritten, the data is still present over there. And what are the file system overview? So file system is a type of a data storage, and which is used to store, retrieve, update set of files. All this can done in under the file organization. The way of what the way of file stored, named logically for storage or for the retrieval. So, for example, take a Windows file system. It's nothing but a Microsoft Windows, which simply uses two types of file system. It's a FAT and a NTFS. So which stands for the file allocation table, and the NTFS stands for the new technology file system. So these two are the type of a system, type of files used in the Microsoft Windows. And it consists of FAT, like file allocation tool, which consists of boot sector and a file allocation table in it, and which has a plain storage space to store files and folders. And this file allocation table can be extended to it was extended to FAT12, 16, 32, so on. So FAT32 is compatible with the present Windows data storage devices, which can create up to more than 32 GB in current situation. And there's newly technology file system was introduced by the Windows in market, and this file system also can have the default, by default it or 32 GB, and may support many file properties including encrypted and access controlled files also. Now we'll look into the up to now we are discussed about the file system and its types of file system types in Windows. Now we'll discuss about the Linux file system. So we already know that Linux is an open source operating system, and we developed for testing, and we actually develop it for testing and development aim to use different concepts in a file system. So there are variety of file systems. So Linux is a ext2, ext3, and 4. So this is a native Linux file system. Generally, the file or system is called the root file system for all Linux distribution. So ext3 is just an upgraded version of ext2, and ext4 is a further development of ext3, which will support optimized file allocation information and file attributes. So re-easier FS. This is one of the file system which is used to design for the storing huge amount of small files, and it has a good capability for searching files. Maybe the searching speed is high, and it enables allocation of compact files by storing file tails or small files along the metadata in order to use large file system blocks for this purpose. Generally, it uses for storing a small amount of files, and it enables you to allocate in a compact file. So these are the features of the ResetFS. And another one is XFS, the file system used in the RX server, which is derived from the SGI company. And this XFS file system has a great performance and it widely used to store the files in the data. And next one is JFS. So these are all the tools which we use to recover data for hard drive and pen drive. And next one is JFS. It was provided developed by the IBM for powerful computing system and currently used by so many modern companies using the Linux distribution also. Next one is most popular Mac OS file system, which is Apple Macintosh. You can say as a Macintosh OS. Use HFS file system and extensions of HFS file system. So for these Apple products, it was applicable, and for the products like Mac computer, iPhone, iPads, Apple X products, those and all things. And in addition to files and folders in Mac OS file system, it finds some information about directory view and window position. So now we're discussing about the file carving technique. So in this, during digital investigation, various types of media have to be analyzed, and the relevant data can be found on various storage and network devices and in computer memory. So the types of data such as like email, electronic documents, system logs, and multimedia files have to be analyzed. So in this article, we focus on the recovery of multimedia files and that are stored either on storage device or might be a computer memory file carving using the file carving approach. And see, like this file carving is a recovery technique, and is actually or this file carving is actually a recurring technique that make which has the contents and structures of the files instead of file system structures, like having a data more or the metadata. You can say data metadata about data upon the data, which will have to organize the data on storage media, and we can see the most common general file carving technique. So here, the header footer or a header which have a maximum file size carving. So you can see the JPEG. These are all we familiar with photos type format like a JPEG, GIF, which we generally use in our mobile phone. These are all the file storage of types. The footer, it is a footer. Footer is PST, BDN, and the header no footer. So in this file format has no footer as maximum file size is used in the carving program. The file structure based carving and content based carving. Borrow this. So structure based carving is a technique use the internal layout of a file and the elements it had is header, footer, identifier strings, and the size information. These are the components had by the file structure based curving. And now we'll discuss about content based curving. So what is this? So it has a structure. It is in like inbox, HTML, XML format, and the contents characteristics are count, text language recognition, white and black listing of data, statistical attributes using a G-square, and information entropy. So these are all the things which are having the content-based curving, and the tools widely used for curving, file curving, on the data recovery tools are like a Scalpel, FTK Major, NK, so Foremost, and recognition and Revit, Test Disk, Magic Rescue, F100. So these are all the familiar tools which we know about data recovery for the data recovery. And then most of forensic investigation can be plays important role using this particular tools because it can find a smart malicious users will always try to delete evidence for the unlawful acts. So using these tools we can identify it because for example you can say once any data or a image is deleted but it was marked as a deleted but behind it was not evidence is not cleared up so totally. So those type of things can be extracted using these forensic tools. And so carving tutorial in session I'll show you how to carve a file without having a carving tool with a carving with a carving tool. So I was going to see how simple carving happens, and before beginning at first we'll have a look at the JPG file structure. Here we saw that JPG file structure format, and so opening an image in a hex editor, and then like in JPG file it starts with the of its font code which is called as a header, and ends with a few letters which is called as a trailer, and rest of it's a JPG file format itself. And any kind of document files that contains an image. So if we locate the header and the trailer, can recover the image from the document easily. So first text editors and open this Word file with the text editor called HXD file open. Then your Word file whatever you choose, and so these are the few steps which to access it. And you can find a JPG header signature at offset of a few particular format, and where the particular location we can, it's a very where you note for the future reference of location of the JPG of for folder format. And so we have file header now, and the file trailer we just copy it, and the same method is applied to find the trailer. So whatever we used for the header, we used for the file trailer also. So then the JPG trailer should be located as offset with particular 4FC6H. So these are the basic things which our JPG trailer address would have. Now we have the header and trailer of a JPG file. And as previously said, between the header and trailer, the data is a JPG file. Now we copy the whole block of data with the header and trailer and store as new file. So using these things, I will just store it as using header and a trailer. We'll create a new file. So for that, you have to follow a few steps. So here, like HXD, date copy or control plus C or right click on it. Then now start a new file in a hex editor by clicking file. And these are the few steps we follow to store it and save it. The basic carving technique for a media format file without using any file carving tool. And now I'm going to use a file carving tool of photo recognition for recovering all the files from a flash drive or a disk drive. And this photo recognition is an open source recovery software design, which is used to design to recover the lost files, or it may be including videos, images, documents which are achieved from the hard disk, or CD-ROMs and lost pictures, whatever. These all things can be recovered easily. So it will still work even if your media file system has work even if your media file system has been severely damaged or reformatted. So it is available for the Windows, Linux, and Mac operating system. You can download this software from HTTP or CG security. So from there you can download the software and have the 8 GB flash disk formatted, and now it will be the images file which you want to recover. It will be possible by using the recognition and in using a USB drive which is showing as a flash 1K. Now run the photo recognition which is using some when program. Can all drive partitions on the external media, which is selected partitions you want to recover your data. So those are simply just open, and I selected my external USB drive for 8 GB memory, which is showing a physical drive one, and choose to proceed. After that, it shows drive system name, my drive name in flash, and file system. So the four options are presented, and after that, search after selecting the partitions that holds the lost files to start the recovery, and options of modify the options or the file which are up to modify the list of the file type required by the photo and quit for stopping the process. So once it has been done, now here you have selected options to extract by using tools of NTFS, expert, and those and all by selecting export mode. And after that, enable keep corrected files. So even if there are any invalid, in the hope that may still be sludge and invalid file using other tools, and enable the low memory if your system does not have enough memory and crashes during a recovery time. So this may need for large file systems, so having heavily fragmented. So do not use this option. So uselessly absolute without any absolute necessary. So let's check the file application options. So the options are JPG picture, and press B to save the things, and the record type option was you want like I am selecting a whole recovery type. So the whole partition useful is like it will useful is which from unallocated spaces only, and with options like only deleted files or record files. These can be the recovery type options once you selected the whole like whole tool I'm saying, and after that, we are now select the location where you want to save that recorded files. And so once you select the recorded files, after choosing the directory location by just pressing C, after that, recovery process will start automatically. And after some time, when your recovery is finished, it will show recovered the file location in three files, which are saved in recap underscore directory folder. So this is how your backup is possible for pen drive or a hard drive data recovery. So this is basically very useful for the forensic investigation. This is how it can be done. Thank you. Meet you in the next session. Bye.